all the way up. Hello everyone and welcome to the Returning Junction. This is Camilio and today we're playing Star Trek First Contact. I want to read the manual. I won't read the whole manual. I have read the manual. Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, I wanna read this captain's log so we get into the, because this is a, oh my god, oh shit. Okay, well, let's get to it then. Because this is a text adventure game. I'm gonna read the manual on stream, definitely. Not this type, I think. A Kingdom Come? No, I don't think so. No, it's way too recent. I looked it up. Starship Bradbury on routine patrol mission in Sector 16, running low on provision. Crew wrestles from inactivity. Plan to dock at Starbase 14 for supplies after making a pass around asteroid Sulco Gamma. Let's go with like this. Yeah, this is better. Okay. Captain William Atch finishes log entry and turned his attention to the view screen. Nothing but boundless space, black depths of infinity dotted with clouds of dust and the far-off lanterns of brilliant stars. Starship Bradbury was reaching the end of another dreary patrol, one that could provide no inspiration for Terran children dreaming of the adventure and romance of spaceflight. Hatch sighed. Just another eventful haul along the outer edge of the galaxy. Captain, I've run a random visual survey through the ship's computer, Commander Anderson said. Atch smiled. His young science officer constantly overstepped her bounds, performing analysis the captain hadn't ordered. It was rare to see an officer so highly motivated, especially on such a monotonous mission. Strange findings, Captain. The data shows a massive wave of anomalous cosmic rays approaching what seems to be exceeding the speed of light. Rays approaching that seems to be okay. Cosmic rays? From where? We're in the middle of nowhere. What's the speed of the disturbance? Sir, it's not a disturbance. It's a super pulse of energy. Speed is computer registered speed at warp 34. Anderson checked the numbers again. It didn't seem possible. Warp 34? But how? How long till it reaches us? The captain asked. Estimated time of arrival? 38 seconds. Elm, long-range sensor scan. Denton Ash, his experienced Elm officer, obeyed the order. The results that appeared on screen displays were as baffling as any he had ever seen. Intense ionization causing sensor interference, Captain. I can't find anything but dust and ions out there. Full shields, Mr. Ash. Starboard 45 degrees, warp 5. Aye aye, sir. We can't steer clear of the impulse, Captain, Anderson said. Not at the speed it's traveling. An ordinary energy pulse would be no cause for concern. But a pulse that size. She quickly checked her console. 12 seconds till impact, she said in a composed voice. We'll try to deflect the blow, Captain, Commander Anderson. Atch flipped the intercom switch on the arm of the captain's chair. All stations, prepare for the large outer disturbance. Hold on, everyone. We're in for a bumpy ride. Hatch, a student of the history of flight, thought for a moment of the real pioneers of the sky, the Terran aviators of the early 20th century, who braved the skies in tiny steel cabins powered by turbine engine, long before the days of warp drives. Mr. Ash, put it on the view screen, Atch ordered. The screen showed Atch a long dark cloud of nearly opaque whiteness. It could have passed for an armless mass of plasma, but no plasma ever moved at such speed. Its image quickly grew to fill the view screen, and Atch shielded his eyes from its intense brightness. The ship rocked as though hit by a phaser, shaking as it reached the center of the enormous, powerful pulse. Yeah, just I can make it bigger for me. It doesn't really change for you guys. Elsman and communication officer were knocked from their seats, and Atch wondered if the small patrol ship could take the strain of the impact. Hey, base! And good evening, Igor. 30 minutes? Okay. Elsman and communication officer were knocked from their seats, and Atch wondered if the small patrol ship could take the strain of the impact. But the pulse was already past the Bradbury. The ship sliced through the vacuum of space and headed toward the center of the galaxy. Bradbury became calm. The bridge once again silent. The crew members who had been thrown for their seats by the impact of the pulse quickly assumed their station, alert though shaken. Captain William Ash, an experienced Federation officer of 16 years, a man who had seen nearly everything a starship captain can expect to see, stared at the view screen and wondered what it was that had just spun his ship around like a paper kite in a strong wind. And more important, he asked himself, from where could it have possibly come? Starfleet Command, San Francisco, CCC meeting, minutes Fleet. Fleet Admiral Brandon Tekar presiding, regarding Superpulse, top secret. The officers were tired. It was before dawn. After all, and each had expected at least 2 more hours of sleep. But even scheduled sleep and programmed dreams were vulnerable to the insistent beep of the computer summons that alerted the officers to the emergency meeting of the CCC, the Command Crisis Committee. On those rare occasions when such meetings were called, delicate matters of Starfleet strategy were usually on the agenda. Curiosity edged out fatigue as the 7 officers assembled. The door to the CCC meeting room slid open again. The large figure of the Fleet Admiral Brandon Tekar appeared and briefly surveyed his officers. A young group, perhaps too young. Had Starfleet allowed them enough flight experience? Too often we coddle our best officers, Tekar mused. The door swept closed behind him. Tekar had summoned the officers he needed to inform them. Tekar, it just sounds like Picard for some reason. He also wanted their advice. Something unusual was going on, and the sector of the galaxy where it was happening was crucial to the Federation. Tekar was a meticulous planner who left nothing to chance. It was best, he thought, to gather as much information and expertise as possible on what might be a very delicate situation. The 5 men and 2 women of the CCC had seated themselves around the oval table, most still sipping hot coffee, a traditional drink Starfleet Command had been unable to eliminate despite its promotion of synthetic morning stimulants. I've rarely seen people drink coffee in Star Trek. I'm sure it happens. Tekar took his seat at the end of the table. I appreciate your promptness, Tekar said. As you no doubt already realize, I didn't summon you here to go over this week's routine maneuver. We face a difficult situation. At approximately 0100 today, Starship Bradbury on the routine patrol of Sector 16 received an extraordinary signal. An intense superpulse of cosmic rays. Nearly 45 minutes ago, less than 2 hours after Bradbury passed through it, our sensors received the same superpulse. From that information alone, you can see how powerful the signal is and how fast it's traveling. Captain Sean McIntyre, the newest member of the officers, Ray Bradbury, yeah, definitely a reference. Member of the Officers' Council let out a whistle. Captain McIntyre, I take you're impressed. If it took that pulse only 2 hours to get from Sector 16 to here, it has to be moving at least Warp 13. Close, Warp 34 to be exact. This is no accident of physics. No superluminal ion storm. Something is out there. Something that wants to communicate with us. We can only assume that the pulse originates with an intelligent alien race. It's a signal. And it's repeating, though intermittently. We've got a rough idea of where it's coming from. Somewhere deep within Sector 25, most likely in the Thal system. Commander Barrel, you have a comment? That's unexplored territory, Admiral, said Commodore Thradine Barrel, a tall Af-Ardanian woman. Is that something? Is that something, an Ardanian? We had trained on Starbase 22. Even our robot scout ships haven't made it out that far, and it's space claimed by the Klingons, though the Federation has never recognized the claim. Right, Tekar said. According to the Klingon, it's their neck of the woods. It's also in the general vicinity of Gothica. Are you all familiar with Gothica? Mineral-rich, Vice Admiral Isaac said. Our science reports show a planet with abundant reserves of silicon and lithium. These are all places we'll go. Oh my god. It would make a jewel of an ally if we could solidify our ties, Rear Admiral Nathanson put in eagerly. Rather far advanced technologically for that part of the galaxy, I mean, Captain Gorzak said. Early in his career as a science officer with a starship cruiser, he had docked more than once on Gothica. They've reached second-level space exploration. That's quite a feat, given that their political, cultural, and social development is at a stage approximately equivalent to that of 15th century Europe. Europe? Nathanson showed his surprise at the reference. Several of the officers laughed, not because Captain Gorak's mention of Europe but inaccurate or flippant, but because everyone was aware of the captain's enthusiastic interest in Terran medieval history. I see those ancient history books of yours have proven valuable, Captain. Let's use modern terms, though. Tekar paused to chuckle. If only so that the minutes of this meeting are clear. Ren, anything to add? A superstitious people, I've heard, said Captain Alex Wren, specialist in enemy weaponry and tactics. Their technological advances could well be due to Klingon interference. That would be no surprise. Exactly, I suspect the same. The Klingons desperately want to control Gothica. Its only notable power in the sector. The location out near the border of the neutral zone makes it especially attractive. You've all read my brief on Klingon strategy in the area. Gothica would act as a buffer planet from which the Klingon could extend their influence. They want to establish orbiting space stations for refueling and refitting their ships. I presume that they plan to initially install a puppet ruler for a brief reign to establish order. A renegade military leader by the name of Murgon looks like the most likely candidate. After only a few years, the pretense of Gothican independence will be unnecessary and the Klingons will assume power. We've seen it all too many times in the past. That's why we've got to step in, and soon. Admiral, haven't we already sent a ship out to that area? I recall mentioning of a diplomatic mission to Gothica in my last online briefing. Correct. The Enterprise. Gothica is currently preparing for the coronation of its crown prince, Clavis. He's a wise young man, but inexperienced and untested. We've sent a Constitution-class starship, the Enterprise, to rendezvous with a diplomatic party currently assembling on one of our space stations in the area. The Enterprise will transport the diplomats to Gothica to attend the coronation. Is Kirk still commanding the Enterprise? McIntyre asked. He and his friend Kirk had gone through Starfleet Academy together years ago when each dreamed of commanding a starship. Kirk was fortunate to fulfill his dream. McIntyre had spent most of his career planet-bound, pushing buttons on a console, devising strategy, and perfecting stellar war games. Yes, Captain James Tiberius Kirk. I'm sure you're all familiar with him. He's a very resourceful commanding officer. Bends the rules a bit now and then, but it's helped him get out of some extraordinary scrapes. He's a remarkable tactician, McIntyre couldn't resist chiming in. Back at the Academy, he was the only Starfleet cadet to beat the Kobayashi Maru simulation. The Kobayashi Maru is designed as a no-win battle simulation, Admiral. The only way Kirk could have possibly won was by cheating. Captain Mariah Fernandez broke in sharply. That's a rather strong statement, Captain, Tekar said, and uncalled for. We can't argue about Kirk's success, even if he has occasionally used unorthodox methods. Kirk's our most competent starship captain. His crew is both experienced and extraordinarily devoted. Is Kirk aware of the pulse? McIntyre asked, hopeful that his friend was prepared. We have received no communication from him yet. He may be. The last report Kirk filed showed the Enterprise somewhere in the vicinity of Hearth. Not Earth. Hearth. And what strategy have you devised for dealing with this pulse, Admiral? Commodore Wren asked. His tight smiles suggested that he doubted the Admiral had planned anything. Even if most of us didn't feel great confidence in Captain Kirk's abilities, Tekar looked pointedly around the table. We would have little choice. The Enterprise is our only starship in that sector. Man, it must be okay. We have no time to send out an additional ship in search of the pulse. The Klingons have no doubt also encountered the pulse and have prepared their own mission to locate its origin. The Enterprise is our only hope. Our last card, if you will. Because it is already traveling on a legitimate mission in a dangerous sector of space, we may have an advantage over the Klingons. They've been informed of the diplomatic aspect of the mission. If we're lucky, they may not realize our other intentions, and may therefore fail to act as quickly. The only thing Klingons do quickly is attack, Barrow commented. Is Kirk aware of the danger? McIntyre asked. He will very soon, I'm afraid. Frankly, I wouldn't trust this mission to anyone but him. The Kobayashi Maru test may seem like a picnic to Captain Kirk after he's finished with this mission. That is, if he succeeds. Admiral, I'm sure you know we can't afford to fail, Ren said harshly. He had already thought of Tekar as an officious prig and was excited by the number of things that could go wrong with such a delicate mission. Ren was not disloyal to the Federation, however. This was a personal matter. Perhaps now Tekar would get his due, Ren thought. If this mission failed, Ren had no doubt that Tekar's command would be in jeopardy, and if Kirk fell along with him, so much the better. He enjoyed seeing the Admiral squirm. You're absolutely right, Commodore Ren. We can't fail. Tekar said defiantly. Tekar was well aware of the importance of the mission if the Klingons reached the Pole's origins first. There was no telling what alliance they might form with the aliens, whoever they were. It was a race the Federation could not afford to lose. I will beam aboard the Enterprise to end Kirk's orders personally, Tekar announced. If I know Captain James T. Kirk, I'm sure he will have something up to... and how would you do that? Like the Enterprise is all the way there, so what, you're gonna beam the... What? And then there's... This is a huge manual. Like there's... How many pages? Whoops. Fucking 48 pages? 50-page manual. It's crazy. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff to say and they take a long time to explain it, but it's mostly the same thing as we played already. You'll see when we get there. I'll just leave this open because I'm sure I'll need it. Put it there. We'll close this and we'll start the game. It says 1987 there, but everywhere it says 1988 that it came out. The game's a bit janky. The other one was also janky. This was made by nobody. The company is called Micro Animax or something. Just a bunch of dudes. You're not done. I need more. UHF is a great movie. It is. Oh, we also have Stupid. Do I have it here? No. Oh, there's a message coming in, Starfleet Frequency Captain. They request the Enterprise to orbit Earth in the Sirius. Stupid! Not Microsoft. I have Stupid. You so stupid, or you stupid. You so stupid. Oh, you're so stupid. What? Come on. They so stupid.
They're so stupid!
What? What's with the you so stupid?
Stupid! You're so stupid!
Ah, there you go. You're so stupid. You are so stupid. You're so stupid. There you go. I'm so stupid.
Stupid!
There's a message coming in on Starfleet Frequency Captain. They request the Enterprise to orbit Earth. I don't know why, but there's something about having I like having alternates. You know, so you have something like Like bullshit?
Bullshit.
Or if you do this.
Bullshit.
But you can also do bullshit. Huh? Three U's?
Stupid!
I have the bullshit. I don't remember how to get it. Bullshit. Impossible. Oh, maybe this one is only like this. I don't know. I'll have to look up my stuff. It seems some stuff doesn't work anymore, or I forgot what they are. Interesting. Anyways. Commands? Bullshit, it's right there. B-U-U-L-L-S.
Bullshit.
There you go. Was I not typing it correctly? Oh, for some reason, when I did bullshit, I just put one L. There you go. So we have bullshit or bullshit. It's my fault. Okay. Okay. There's a message coming in. They request the Enterprise to orbit Earth in the Sirius system.
Just bash my head right in. Go ahead, really, please. Just bash it right in.
There's a message coming in on Starfleet frequency. Sirius system. Should I write that down? I want to write all this down. Sirius system Earth. The brilliance of the star system Sirius shines forth. Its brightness is legendary throughout the Starfleet, and it seems to burn now with a special intensity. Hope you enjoy. It's just hope you enjoy. Okay, so I can just look. No, look doesn't work. So F1, you have your menu. So F2 for the inventory, F3 to give, F4 to adjust your phasers, your communicator, your tricorder. It's much better than the other game. Touch, so we can touch Spock.
That would seem logical.
That was perfect. See, I use the alternate player. What alternate player? The alternate player.
Alright.
Spock looks at you, a slightly puzzled expression on his face. Let's touch Uhura. A look of surprise and perhaps anger reshapes her features. Then she notices that it is you, and her expression changes to a friendly smile. I just saw Uhura do that, like being like super annoyed, and then seeing Kirk and being like, "Oh, it's you." Yeah, look is F9. So F9. You are standing on the bridge of the Enterprise. It isn't the fleet's newest vessel, but extensive modifications keep it the most technologically advanced, and its exploits have made it the most famous. The command chair affords a good view of the navigator and helmsman, as well as the ship station, which line the circumference of the huge circular room. The turbolift is just up the short staircase across the room from the view screen. The view screen shows the star system Sirius. So can I like examine? Oh, that is awesome. I might not even have to type in this fucking game. Because you can go like F1, orders. Crazy, right? So we can go with planet orders at this point. Scan for life. I don't know how to work the equipment. Oh, okay. Kirk to Spock. I'm here. Order. So I can just do F6. Yeah. Planet order. Scan for life. We're not in orbit. Okay. F6. Who are you? Come here, follow me. This is cool to remember, but I think I'll type most of the stuff. Fan out, regroup. Oh, that's when you're on the planet. Ah, that's when you're on the planet. Now it mostly like bridge orders. Yeah, I wanted to do system scan. Yeah, there's system scan. Ooh, this is fancy. F1 touch Spock. Why so serious? Wow. Hey, Gypsy, going real old school. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we do real old school here. I've played games that as old as 1976, I think was the oldest one. The Star Trek game. Yeah, I played Zork 1, 2, 3, the text adventure games. And I played the Star Trek games in order. So we're going through the Star Trek games, mostly the Star Trek adventure games, but I played tactical and other more arcadey games. But there's so many adventure games. There's just, do you want? There's at least not 100, not 50, but there's at least 20, if not 30 adventure games. Yeah, I played the 25th anniversary. We're gonna replay it. I started with it just to get into the spirit and not start with the 1976 version, because that one. But we'll go through it again and we'll play Judgment Rights again, because there's multiple ways I think to play both games. So I'll play the 25th anniversary edition. I'll play it as like the worst as I can, as evil Kirk. Okay, so here we have Sirius, which is composed of Sarah, Invaka, Arcanus, and Earth. Okay, taking some notes. Star system, so that's Sirius. I'm gonna type it in. 9371 11040 9678, and this. Okay, we are also close to the star system Centauri, which is 9650 10980 9290. Okay. I thought that when I was in the bridge, I just had to say these things and the person, but I guess not. But I can do Uhura. How do you say your name? Okay. This is faster though. To whom? Can we open with oh, we're not even. We're not even on the planet. I mean orbiting. We need to orbit the planet. Let's orbit. Spock. Orbit. Ooh, fancy. Ship's computers have located a landing site for exploration. Transporter set. Appearing in the bridge view screen is a blue-green world known as Hearth. Literally one of the worst name for a planet you could ever think of. What were they thinking? Put something and put another letter at the beginning of that. A T. Thirth. Perth. Kurth. Deep brown land masses and vast green gold oceans cover most of the planet's surface. As Enterprise closes on Hearth, its image grows until it all but fills the screen. You can make out a green mountain range running across the breadth of the planet's largest landmass, and tendrils of golden waterways crisscrossing its prime agricultural sector. This writing is pretty much as good as the first one, much better than Promethean Prophecy. That was pretty bad. Captain, I've received a message from Starbase Hearth. The Enterprise instructed him to stand by to receive Fleet Admiral Tekar. Oh. Captain, Admiral Tekar has beamed aboard safely and requests that you escort him to the bridge. Okay, so I need to go to the teleporter. Turbo lift. I think it's deck 7, right? Or transporter. Oh, whatever. Lieutenant. Yes, exactly. Hearth. What the fuck? Venus. Exactly. Just fucking name it. Not Earth. Lieutenant Jacob Gomez reporting, sir. This is Fleet Admiral Brandon. Okay, I'm gonna write these names down. Admiral Brandon Tekar and Jacob Gomez. Lieutenant Jacob Gomez. You notice that even the ample doorways of the Enterprise seem inadequate when the hulking young Lieutenant Jacob Gomez, the Enterprise energetic security chief, strides through one. His toothed grin does not entirely hide the latent capacity for decisive, even violent action within this mammoth man. Hard lines around the eyes and mouth belie the youthful carriage and bouncy walk of Fleet Admiral Tekar. He is a big, powerful-looking man. His uniform is freshly maintained and his bearing impeccable. Thank you for meeting me, Captain. Please take me to the bridge. I'd like to brief the crew on your mission. Well, already this is so much better than the Kobayashi alternative. The other game that looked like that, if you guys are like, you've played that game before. No, it was Kobayashi alternative. Please take me to the bridge. I'd like to brief the crew on your mission. Okay, so can I do bridge? Yeah, that works. Doop 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 doop. You are standing on the bridge of the Enterprise, and it isn't the fleet's newest vessel, but extensive modification keep the most technology advanced and explored have made it the most famous. The command share affords a good view of the navigator and helmsman, well, the ships. Okay. I guess I had to do that.
I said give me the brandy!
There you go. Jim, may I address the crew? Is that a yes or a no, Captain? No. Yes. Can I say no? Let's save at this point. Utilities? F3? Start. Okay, yes. Crew and officers of the Enterprise, I am Fleet Admiral Brendan Takar. I have asked Captain Kirk to permit me to address you on the subject of the mission which you are about to begin. The Enterprise must orbit and hail Starbase Lambda. Mission. Hail Starbase Lambda. In the Centauri system. There, an important group of passengers, the Federation's chosen representatives to the coronation of Prince Clavis III of Gothica, will beam aboard. Shit! Wow, this is awesome. Prince Clavis III of Gothica. Remember, when you reach Gothica, the pride and reputation of the Federation rest as much with you as with the official representatives. I know you will all prove completely worthless. Completely worthy of the trust and esteem which Starfleet has placed in you. Thank you. Tekar takes you aside for a moment and slips you an envelope bearing the Federation seal. He quietly tells you, so that no one but you can hear him. The Starfleet Command has entrusted the Enterprise with a vitally important top-secret mission, the details of which are enclosed in the envelope. He then shakes your hand firmly, and, with a serious expression, wishes you good luck. Tekar then leaves, escorted back to the transporter room by one of your crew members. From there, Fleet Admiral Tekar will return to Earth. And what about the other guy? Spock, Sulu, Urva, Chekhov, Gomez is still here. Avoka. Avoka's still here. Who's Avoka? Did somebody know who he is? He was there in the other game. By the way, at the bottom there, same-ish type of information. I think we have one more line of information. So Sector was there, but underneath it was not. I don't remember it was standing orbit. Generator normal engine, that's there. Transporter to landing, that's new. Speaking to Spock, okay, that is new also. Intercom, Renner, oh, that is awesome. That you see all that information. And I see that the time is not... Okay, it's ticking, it's ticking. Okay. Avocado, I don't know, he's one of the crew in the bridge, but he's just like a red shirt ready to die. Okay. So let's look at our inventory. In your hand, phaser communicator, secret orders. Secret orders? No, in my hands. Just touch, order, use, examine. Secret orders. The secret orders bear the distinctive seal of Starfleet Command to Captain James T. Kirk from Fleet Admiral Brendan Takar. Mission orders top secret. Starfleet Command has picked up a super pulse. Avoka. Oh, interesting. He does speak. I think I can speak to him. The secret orders bear the distinctive seal. Captain James T. Kirk, Fleet Admiral Brendan Takar, mission orders top secret. Starfleet Command has picked up a super pulse, a beacon with the intensity of a quasar, originating from somewhere within the Tal system. Okay, so I need to So what about the prince? Is that still important? Super pulse coming from Tau system. The pulse signals the presence of an intelligent alien race, heretofore unknown. The ultimate objective of this mission is to seek the origin of the super pulse and establish contact with that alien race. Your immediate mission is to proceed to Starbase Lambda. Once there, a group of diplomats will beam aboard to be escorted with the coronation. Okay, yeah. Hail Starbase Lambda, Centaur, Prince Clavis. Okay. To avoid Klingon suspicion, proceed to Gotica at warp factor 1. The diplomat, I'm going to write that down just to be sure. Warp 1 to avoid detect Klingon. The diplomatic mission is merely a means to bring you closer to your ultimate destination, the Super Pulse. After the coronation on Gotica, follow your instincts and stand by for further orders. Remember, Jim, the ruse of the diplomatic mission is vital, because you must cross dangerous Klingon space to reach the Super Pulse. Also, we must be first to contact the aliens. That's why the name First Contact. Otherwise, the Federation may lose a potentially powerful ally to the Klingons. Spock watches intently as you finish reading the secret orders, then looks away quickly. This game was fucking awesome. Just the fact that I can do like F1 and have access to all this. But I guess in 1988, what kind of point and click adventure game did we have? Did we have list of graphic adventure game? King Quest 2 was 85, but there was no like menu. Uninvited, of course, add a menu. Deja Vu, yeah, those games. But Maniac Mansion is 87, so yeah, this game was kind of not ahead of its time, but in terms of a text game, I find it unique. I haven't played 66 fucking text game, but they pretty much all run through the same engine. Well, you can run them like through how they call it, like a interactive fiction something, and it's all pretty much text. There's no like F1 or stuff like that. And moving around with the cursor, because I move around here. So yeah, Turbo Lift. Let's go into each of the decks. Deck 2. We have to explore the ship, because I remember in the first game there was stuff on the ship. You're standing on the deck 2 in the corridor. Yes. Laboratory. This is a biolab. There are bottles and flasks scattered around the room. You notice Narat, a flat, squat rock that appears to be a living creature. Interesting. So we can talk to him. Orders. Should have been maybe talk. Alien questions or crew orders? Tell me about, analyze, result, drop, follow me, come here. Where are you? Tell me about you. Can we do that? Alright, is one heck of a fine young biometric and one of the nicest rocks you'll ever meet. I can also ask the computer, right? Like, computer. Oh. Okay, so there's nothing here to pick up. Oh, Gomez is following me. Deck 2. Laboratory. Turbo lift. Okay, that's it. You just come out. Left is laboratory. Oh, this is Spock's office. It says most of... Oh, this is just corridor. Deck 5, no. Wow, this is awesome. Deck 5. Oh, it says right there. Wow. Okay. At the bottom right, it says exactly like if I go up, it's the dining room, the Formid suite. Oh, wow. Okay, so I was just going like in the other game in my head. You eventually kind of figure it out. So usually, if there's stuff, it's gonna tell you, but I'm just looking just to be sure. I don't know why sometimes it says like press a key. Press a key to continue. Why is it paused? Oh, you know what? Before going around like that, since we're going at warp 1, we should already go to our destination. Kirk to Spock. Can you bridge orders, set the course, Centauri, or directly Gothica? Let's go to Centauri first. Okay. Warp 1. We should be moving or engage. Oops. Oh, we're going. We can see the sector moving. Okay. I think when I say warp 1, it just goes. Okay. Spock's corridor, but you have Spock's office. Spock's room. Oh, in his room you have the bedroom. The sparsely yet comfortable decorated, lying on the floor in the corner of the room is a Vulcan lair. Can I get it? No, in the area, nothing. And I think it says item or something like that. It's pretty obvious. Turbo lift. Deck 6. Looking out over the main engineering deck. Yeah, that's nice. Ladder, so we can go down if we want. Chart room. Can we examine? Now we're back up. This is the library. Info discs are stored neatly from floor to ceiling on countless shelves. One small section of the room is devoted to valuable and extremely rare books. Those manufactured with ink and paper. Many date back to the 19th and 20th centuries. You see Chambers, a handsome and muscular officer who snaps to attention. Nurse Chappelle, a woman of medium height, with sparkling blue eyes and a reassuring smile. Okay, nothing here. Study area. Stacks. I think in the other decks there's not much. Oh, in the transporter room. Tech station. Supply room. Makes sense. Could drop some stuff here. Maybe I'll drop some stuff there. This is right. They really upgraded the ship. Security. Sick bay. IC unit. Oh, can I take some stuff? Course objective achieved. Intercom Spock, so I could go six bridge orders. I can do a system scan here. No, not Gomez. It says intercom Spock. Kirk to Spock. System scan. here in the Centauri system we have Danus and Lambda. Okay, that's all we have for now. So Lambda. Can we L it from here? It says to L Starbase Lambda. Well, let's continue exploring this. Deck 8. Canteen. Kitchen. Field. Playing field. Authentic in every detail, so the low ceiling overhead. Clearing. This is a central clearing on the rec deck, used for picnics and informal games, as well as napping under artificial sky. A brook runs nearby, and a small bridge leads to a playing field on the other side. Woods. This is close as you come from a dense forest on board the Enterprise. A few yards away is a central clearing. The lighting simulates moonlight on a summer's eve. Nocturnal sounds are heard in the underbush. The woods extend the ship's outer wall. Woods. You are in the woods near the ship's outer wall. The lighting here is currently set to twilight, and projected against the wall is a scene undistinguishable from an actual sunset. Fountain. The artificial sun shines brightly in the fountain, which feeds a small brook running out to the right. Garden. It's a flower garden. To your right, a stream flows into an opening in the central wall. Across the stream, you can see the ship's canteen. Wow. Oh, that's it. That's it for deck 8 and deck 9. Deck 9. Reclamation. Reclamation center of the Enterprise, where refuse and waste are processed for recycling. That's it. And that's it. Turbo lift. Deck 10. Near the bottom ship's upper disk. Cargo hold. In its present mission, the ship bears no cargo except for ordinary supplies. Perhaps if you look closely, you might find a stowaway tribble or 2 or 3. That's it. Deck 11. Phasers. You're in the upper control area for the ship's phaser banks. In the middle of the room, a ladder leads down to the phaser's hardware. Deck 11. This is the lowest deck on the ship's upper disk. And that's it. Turbo lift. Okay. Direct access to the phaser's machinery. Maybe we'll do that in the game, I don't know. Okay, deck 11. No, turbo lift. Let's go back to deck 2. I don't think I explored it correctly. Laboratory, deck 2, laboratory, deck 2. That's it, okay. That was simple. Deck 3. Torp chamber. This room offers direct access to a photon torpedo hardware. A large control panel covered with blinking status light covers the wall directly in front of you. Laboratory. Yeah, we've been here. Torp chamber. We're done. We're done. Deck 1. Speaking to Spock. No, don't. Bridge orders. Orbit. Orbit Lambda. Ooh, fancy. Switches to the EGA CGA graphics. Indicate to continue. Ship's computers have located a landing site for exploration. Transporter set. Appearing slowly on the bridge view screen, the Starbase Lambda. Its superstructure is a wired frame globe. That scared me. Yeah, Kirk is scary. Oh. The diplomats are ready to beam up. Shall I instruct them to begin transporting? Yes. Lambda base, this is the Enterprise. You are clear to beam up. Captain, the party of diplomats has beamed aboard without incident. I suggest we meet with guests in the visitors' lounge. Spock leaves for the visitors' lounge. No, because that is not something that happens. That is because you have much to learn about the Star Trek lore, my friend. That never happens. Kirk never says, "Beam me up, Scotty." Luke never says. Darth Vader never says, "Luke, I am your father." He says, "I am your father." No, Beam Me Up Scotty never happens, and none of the shows, none of the movies, none, never, ever. I think the closest we have is Beam Me Up Mr. Scott, because he always says Mr. Scott. It's only in the, maybe a couple of times in the series and in the movies mostly that they refer him as Scotty. But he's mostly referred to him as Mr. Scott, as is Bones. But in the movies they kind of change it up. Like Bones is less used. They use McCoy way more. They use Scotty way more. I think it's because Spock, Scott. I think that's the reason. But I don't know. Play it again, Sam. That's Casablanca, or is it? I don't know. I've seen it once. Captain, I remind you that the diplomats are waiting for you in the visitors' lounge. Okay, let's go there. I don't even know where it is. We've been there a couple of times. Can I go like long? Ah, there you go. Nurse Chapel is quite attractive, Captain, but of course you must have already noticed that. Spock lets out a wolf whistle as the what? I don't think so. What the fuck? Never? That is not canon. Spock would never do that. He wouldn't even do it if no one was around. He wouldn't even think about it. Like, we know that there's something with Nurse Chapel and Spock, but Spock never does anything about it. Spock lets out the wolf whistle. Oh yeah, I want to see Spock do. Oh my god, that's awesome. Oh my god. Have they watched the show? That is so uncharacteristic. briefing room? No. Quarters? No. Stateroom? It's not in the dining room. Lounge. Incredible. Let's just stay there just a couple of seconds more. We need to. Oh, you can think you were right. I know you're wrong. You can even Google it if you want. Beam me up, Scotty. It'll take 5 seconds of Googling. Beam me up, Scotty is a catchphrase that made its way into popular culture from the science fiction. The original it comes from the commander. Kirk gives his chef Scotty when he needs to be transported. But let's go. Despite this, the quote has become a phrase of its own over time. Although it has become irrevocably associated with the series and film, that exact phrase was never actually spoken in Star Trek television episode or film. Boom! Star Trek 4. It's gonna be Mr. Scott.
Scotty, beam me up.
I'm sorry! Scotty, beam me up!
Scotty, beam me up.
Sorry. You lose. Dude, I don't know all my Star Trek, but I know my Star Trek. Now, he never says, beam me up, Scotty. And that phrase became popular before that movie, I think. It's just because it's something that people would think that he would say. And I think I had seen, and that's when I learned that they never actually said it. It must have been a documentary or something, an interview or whatever, and they said that there was a show that did a parody of Star Trek, and they did say "Beam me up, Scotty," and that might have been why it became popular. It was said elsewhere a lot more, and that's why it became something. Anyways. But I think the closest it goes is Beam Me Up, Mr. Scott. Which is very close to Beam Me Up, Scotty, but no, he never says Beam Me Up, Scotty. Permission to report? Is that a yes or no? Yeah, report. Chambers then introduces the foreign dignitaries, pausing as you exchange formalities with each visitors. The visitors include Ambassador Sorrell and his two foreign assistants, Nis and Marie. Minister of Foreign Affairs Kenneth Stewart, Dr. Hodges, the minister's personal physician. I'm not writing that down. Leon Kropolsky, Kirk Van der Die Weiss, President of the Interstellar Chamber of Commerce, Kavalas Rablar, the chairman of the Federation Sentient Relations Committee, and his legal counsel, Fluggus Amgriel, and Gzlichtf, the non-human ambassador from Belzix. Gzlichtf is alone. Ambassador Sorrell? I am the ambassador in the former diplomatic service. I have the honor of heading our delegation to the Gothican coronation. It's such an honor to finally meet you, Captain, and to be aboard the famous Enterprise. Minister Stewart. This is an unalloyed... what the fuck is that word? Pleasure. I am honored to meet the champion of the Federation. Kirk Van der Weiss. A pleasure, sir. Yes, a pleasure. Kavalas Rablar. I am honored to stand before you. This moment I have long waited for. Ambassador Gzlichtf. I am humbly grateful to travel aboard your ship in the presence of your august person. You missed what I said above. I close I said. You said it's always said you Mr. Scott and you were wrong. No, that's not nice. Wow, okay, okay. Dude, I like to challenge people when somebody says something. It may not have been Kirk that ever said it, but I had the feeling it was said somewhere in the Star Trek movie. I just said that. They said, mostly they said close to it, but they never said it, so you were not listening to what I said. I said they did it that they almost said it a lot of times, but never exactly the quote. And to go back, it was because you said you do not have Beam Me Up Scotty in my sounds. No, I do not have Beam Me Up Mr. Scott or Scotty Beam Me Up, because is that interesting? Is that... Is it... And I'll say I want le. Ah, it's a one ali. Did I change it? I think I changed it. Or brandy.
I said, give me the brandy.
Or L out. L out.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Or illogical or whatever. I find those more interesting. I mean, the point here is not to have 10,000 sound bites, is that you can use them as ways to emote. And Beam Me Up Scotty, I don't see where I put it, and it's super reference everywhere. Well, no, but nobody's using the sound clip because there's no sound clip of Beam Me Up Scotty, and that's the iconic phrase. So someone would have to use the Beam Me Up Mr. Scott or Scotty Beam Me Up, and again, it's super generic. I don't do generic here, okay? This is a special abnormal stream, okay, with sound clips that no one can copy, completely unique to this stream. No, there's a bunch of people that use the same sound bites because they're so cool. There's some one-liners in certain movies and certain games that are just so great, and even though they're not memes, like in terms of like Twitter or Reddit or whatever, like people don't consider them memes. Like I've heard it and it made a mark on my mind and made marks on other. The logical isn't generic? No, it's not. No, but it's super. Now you just want to do the devil's advocate. You're exactly like me. I like to be the devil's advocate. No, the illogical is because it's an emote. It's extremely easy for you to use illogical as something to respond to something. That's why it's there. Seems I need to explain everything. Just the ministers, the group filters out of the room one by one. Some engage in conversation, others still slightly awed by their surroundings. After a while, only you, Mr. Dr. Hodges, and Fluggiz Amgriel are left. So the others are not important, I hope. Captain, it is a pleasure to meet with you finally. I and the other members of the party have agreed to hold the strategy conference. A strategy conference. Our important diplomatic mission. With Commander Chambers' help, we've scheduled a meeting for this evening in the briefing room. I suggest we now set course for Gothica as soon as possible at Warp 1 again. I hope to see you at the strategy conference at 0:57 hours. It's 0:51. Oh shit. Maybe we should save at this point. Hey, Captain Kirk, I would like to... It's 57 already. Oh, we're there? Could you escort me to sickbay and perform the introductions? Yeah. Is that a... Yeah. Thank you. It will be a pleasure to see the famous Dr. Leonard McCoy again. He'll accompany you when you leave here. I'll accompany you. Okay, let me save. God damn it. I hate it when they just bump you with shitty... with all these screens. briefing. I should have saved before the briefing. Yeah, so first use sounds that are for emoting, and then sometimes, because I'll be watching fucking Star Trek and then Kirk will say something like, "I'm Captain Kirk!" And I'm like, oh shit, I need this. And people use it more than illogical because it's so crazy. It's such a crazy performance of Shatner, man. Shatner is such... wow. He's such a dude. And I need to like look up more of his more of his stuff, maybe his comedy stuff, because when he acts over the top, I feel he's so good. But I haven't seen him too much played over the top characters, except maybe Star Trek or the Twilight Zone episode, like the original Twilight Zone episode where the monkey monster, whatever, on the plane's wing was with Shatner. I only saw it once. I'm more familiar with the one in the movie. That was the black and white version with Shatner. In the movie it's John Lithgow, which I really love. John Lithgow, awesome dude. Love the actor, Canadian. So I'll take a break and we'll be back with more Star Trek. It's already 00:59. Maybe I should pause the game. There is a pause button. There is a pause button. F2. Okay, F10, F2. There we go. It says published, but we not developed by anybody you would know, I guess. Okay, so we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Stay tuned.
brought to life through first-person 3D Mode 7 graphics. Super Empire Strikes Back lets the player take on a variety of roles from the Star Wars saga. You begin the adventure as Luke Skywalker, battling through the icy caves and plains of Hoth with your blaster and lightsaber. Then, jump into your snowspeeder to defend the Rebel base against the amazing Imperial walkers. As Han Solo, you must fight your way to the Rebels' Echo base to get to the Millennium Falcon. Escape Imperial forces by seeking safety in an asteroid field. As Chewbacca, you head for Cloud City in search of Han's old smuggling buddy, Landau Calrissian. And of course, all the action is accompanied by digitized sound effects and music, all taken directly from the movie.
Secret of Evermore. Squaresoft.
Tonight, the city's fight against the nightmare drug Valkyr took a turn for worse. As the body of
earlier today, the mayor stated that the drug Valkyr represents a clear and present danger to the entire city of New York.
Special Agent Alex Balter was found brutally slain at the construction site of the new...
Balter had been shot repeatedly from point-blank range. A suspect was seen leaving minutes after the shots had been fired, and according to
NYPD is currently in pursuit of Max Payne, a repeated felon
believed to be armed and extremely dangerous.
What makes you sweat? Is it passion? Or could it just be heat? What about not knowing if your very next breath will be your last?
We're back. Okay. So they wanted us to go to the transporter room. So he's following me, right? Yeah, Gomez and Udge. No, it's not deck 4, it's deck 7. Oh. I thought that's what they wanted. To go to the transporter room. I thought it would talk to me. Once we get there. Okay, I'm just gonna look at the VODs. Just to be sure. So yeah, Fluggus Amgril says, I hope to see you at the strategy conference room at 057. It's 051, then it switches to 057. Fluggus bows slightly and then leaves the room. Hodges approaches you. So Fluggus says, I hope to meet you at 57. Then the time switches to 57, so I don't really get what's going on. Then another character, Dr. Hodges, says, I would like to opportunity to confer with Dr. McCoy. Ah, sickbay, sickbay. So I should actually go to the conference room. I don't know. The strategy conference room. So weird. Let's type it here. Strategy conference room. No, just conference. Okay. Sick bay. Aren't we in the a corridor? I thought we were in the transport. The turbo lift. Sick bay. Med bay? Deck 6? Deck 4 maybe? Sick bay in 2 words? Ah. Oh, it's deck 7. An intranet. The tools of the medical profession fill sick bay. The kingdom of Dr. Leonard McCoy, chief surgeon, loyal friend, and incurable romantic. Jim, I see you brought company. Dr. Hodges, it's a pleasure to see you again. What brings you to my neck of the woods? Quite the contrary, sir. The honor is mine. I wonder if I could consult with you concerning a health problem Minister Stewart seems to be suffering from. That's what we're here for, Jim. Excuse us while 2 country doctors go talk shop. Dr. McCoy and your guest leaves you, walking in the direction of McCoy's office. Let's go in the office. This is McCoy's office. Scott here. Captain, could I have a word with you in engineering? Mr. Spock's mind on. Okay. So, Kirk to Spock. Come, go to engineering. Engineering. Engineer. How did engineer? There you go. I'm sorry. It's not something I have to type a lot. Scott. Right away. I'm coming. You know what we should do? Utility. Graphics, text. Oh, speed. Yeah, speed should be at slow all the time. So let's go to engineering. But are we already in engineering? It's right here. Engineering. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice Spock approaching. How could this be? Spock is standing right next to you. Suddenly, the other Spock reaches out to apply the Vulcan nerve pinch to Spock at your side. Startled, you watch as this Spock falls unconscious at your feet. His features undergo a startling transformation, revealing that he is actually a shape-changing being from the planet Celtic. In his normal state, the shape-changer has an enormous high forehead and a slight, unmuscled humanoid body. Okay, let's type in that. Shape-changer from Celtic. It seems we bit of an imposter here, Captain. I found Mr. Spock, the real one of course, tied up in an access tube. Apparently our gentle visitors sang Mr. Spock a lullaby and took his place on the bridge. Even I find the appearance of another Mr. Spock a little disconcerting. Unfortunately, the deception was quickly discovered by Mr. Scott. I'm sure, Jim, that you must have observed uncharacteristic behavior by the Celtic posing as me. He appears peaceful and harmless, however. Perhaps you can explain his presence on board the Enterprise. A moment later, the Celtic stirs to consciousness. Captain Kirk, forgive me for my deceptive guise. My name is Denjik of the planet Celtic. I beamed aboard at Hearth. Our people have also observed a powerful pulse emanating from the Tal system. We are aware of the Federation's mission to locate the pulse and make contact with the alien race. Frankly, we are disappointed that the representative of our race was not invited to offer assistance. We have long been faithful allies of the Federation, Captain, and I can assure you that my purpose on board the Enterprise is friendly and without evil intent. My only desire is to offer whatever help I can on this mission. Captain, it is logical to accept the Celtics' words as truth, for though they are a race of clever shape-changers, they are also known to be incapable of lying. On Vulcan, they are much admired for this trait. I do not know, Captain. I cannot trust this shape-changer. Not after he tied up Mr. Spock here. I'd arrest the crafty devil. Captain Kirk, may I remain on board the Enterprise and assist you in this mission? Is that a yes or a no? Yes. Thank you, Captain. I'm sure this association will be mutually beneficial. The Celtic bows his head and thanks. Maybe that was a mistake. He then leaves quietly, walking in the direction of the turbolet. Okay, so now we should go to the strategy room. Corridor, turbo lift, strategy conference. What is it? The strategy conference. Briefing room? No. Quarters? Bedroom? Maybe it was a little glitch there and it was something he was supposed to tell me before. These are just stateroom. There's nothing here. Dining room. Uh-oh. A ceremony prayer rug lies on the floor. A nauseating odor creeps into your nostril. You walk forward toward the odor. The stench appears to come from a curious-looking plant which lies on a table in the room. Upon closer inspection, it appears to be a root. Root. Examine. Let's examine. 8. Endophytic plant with waxy spike-like leaves that recoil when you touch them. Who's with us? Gomez. I know nothing useful. Oh, he's gone. Okay. He's gonna come back. I can wait, or I can just do like speed up. That was fast. Completed the analysis. Results. My analysis did not yield any conclusive results. Okay. I wanted him to scan it with the tricorder. Crew order. Scan the route. Can I scan the room myself? Use tricorder on route. Fuck. Adjust. Turn the communicator on at this point. Turn the phaser on. use tricorder on. No. Okay. Maybe McCoy. Should I pick it up? I guess at this point. Touch the root. As you take the root in your hand, a small amount of powder is dislodged and you can't help inhaling a few particles. The feeling of noise is almost overwhelming. Harvey managed to maintain your composure. Yeah, that was not... Maybe I just killed myself. And this was where? It was in the Formid screen, Formid suit, and in the chamber. Why McCoy? I mean, if Spock doesn't know. Huh? Ah, is it shape changer? I think you should examine these notes. I would ask Spock and perhaps even McCoy himself tell you what they know about it. These notes, where are the notes? Yes, eh? What should I do? Is Spock with me? No. Oh, he's not here? Is he in his office? He looks normal to me. How can I talk to him about the problem? Yeah, it's just easier to type in. They all they all respond the same thing. Can you analyze route? I don't know what to do with that route. Anyway, maybe I'm going too fast. Is there a botanist on the fucking... And what's the name of the route? Tembo. Pick it up. Tembo root. The root comes from the tembo tree and is used during the high hours by female adherents of the religion of Neo-Roskunuti on the planet Formi. It is ground into a fine powder and used as a spice-like seasoning in a sacred broth. The flavor of the tembo root is so distinctive and so geared to the Formid body chemistry that it causes nausea and dizziness when ingested by all non-female inhabitants of Formi and all inhabitants of other known worlds. See Nis and Formi. Whoa. Formi cuisine, Formid culture, high hours, Marie Rosn. Holy fucking shit. Okay, let's go with these. What the hell is that? Oh. Uh-oh, my keyboard. It's a French keyboard. Where's my keys? Oh. This. Full name is Nisti. Planet of origin is Formi. Species is Formid and gender is female. She is a member of Formid Ambassador Sorny delegation of the... Why is she cross-referenced? It's a religion. Oh, okay, so the root was kind of... It was incense. Hours. Of the bowel system. We're done. Wow, this computer thing is way more evolved than in the other. You could type computer space the thing, but this is cool that you go into a separate interface. Okay, we're gonna go to the transporter room. Kirk to Renner. Assemble team, I think. Yes. Okay, we'll call this one. Oh, I should just number them at this point. Let's call this one 1. Okay. So do I have to step on the step on pod or something? Oh no, that was in Promethean Prophecy that I had that problem. Here we're okay. I just have to do beam me up or something. I can go into the orders. Transporter order. Energize, beam us down, prepare landing party, which is done. Beam us down. You beam down to Lambda against orders. Eh? Eh? Game over. Wow, they boot you out. I know we're supposed to go to Warp 1 to Gothica. No, F. Restore. Okay, Kurt to Spock. Oh, he's not even here. Who's here? No, in the turbo lifts. Avoca. Yeah, Avoca can do stuff. Chekhov. Chekhov. Oops. Yes. You should say yes. Chekhov, yes, yes, hello. I'm still speaking to Sulu here. Well, speaking to Sulu, that's fine, okay. Orders. Orders. Bridge orders. Set a course. Gothica. Warp 1. I should go to more than the Warp 1. F10. Save. 2. Warp 10. I don't care. No, Warp 8. As you can see, we go way faster. I thought we would get intercepted by Klingons. They said to not go at Warp 8. Oh, and then to go faster, I would up the cycles. You actually have to wait for all this shit. Okay. We're on the bridge, warp 1, speed fast, and up the cycles. This might take a while. Wow. Let's go, 60,000 cycles. I don't give a shit. It doesn't do much. Does it do anything? Oh yeah, it does do something. Past 30,000 it kind of stops. And they really expect you to wait that long? What one? Why? Who cares? And that's the speed it would go on like a Pentium or something. Because normally it would go something like, wow, like this. Pretty much like this. Like, go make a sandwich. Go watch a movie and then you'll come back and you'll get there. It's crazy that they make you wait that much. I hope that's what I need to do. Because for the time it takes, I don't want to... I'll save when I get there. Might as well... Okay, I'm waiting. I have nothing else to do. So I'll check out if I'm doing the right things at this point. I don't even know if there's a walkthrough. That's not it. Orbit Earth. Transporter Rome. Follow me. Bridge. Yes. Enterprise must orbit an L-Starbase Lambda. There are important crew passengers. The car takes you aside and gives you a sealed envelope with orders on top secret orders. Set course to Centauri. Yeah, which we did. Orbit Lambda, open frequency, visitors lounge. Yes. Wants to escort him to the sick bay. Yes, sick bay. Nurse tells about strange behavior of McCoy. First Spock, then McCoy. We'll keep this in mind. Enter sick bay, deliver. Trying to go to the bridge, Scotty interrupts us. Kirk to Spock, come here, surprise ride, and jiggle the plasma. Shape change, yes. Oh, yeah, we did exactly point by point, so we're halfway through the game, no joke. I'm not even joking, about quarter through the game. This makes no sense, but maybe. Please meet me in the briefing room, it is urgent. That didn't happen yet. Briefing room. Go to briefing room, enter briefing room. Johansson, permission to report. Yes. Examine list. That did not happen. Spock lets out the wolf whistle that Nurse Chapel walks by. Strange is that we'll come to this later. Oh! That, it made sense! These guys are not stupid. Maybe I should just go to the briefing room, even though they never told me to go there. What's after? We're not there yet. Can you believe it? No, this is not what we need to do, of course. We eventually set course to Gattaca at Warp 1. Wow. But there's stuff here that have not happened yet. Go to Turbo Lift and the briefing room. Let's see, let's go to the briefing room. Wow. Bringing the cycles down takes a while. I mean, I can work with this. It's only 135. Briefing. Deck 5. Nope. No matter. I think what we'll do is we're almost at Gattaca. Yeah, we're getting there. Oh, it seems that touching the cycle doesn't do anything. Or not much. Oh yeah, it does something. It's weird because now it goes into increments of 10s, and if I go at the correct number of cycles, wow, now it just stopped. No, it's not like increments of 10s again. It's weird. It's actually linked, like literally linked to the cycles. Now it's going way faster than the... Now it's going way faster. It seems that if I go too fast in the cycle, it goes slower. It's so weird. But this is a 1980. This is 2 years after the first one. Even then, my computers were a little faster, so maybe I should put the cycles faster. And we're at speed fast. What the fuck? We're there. Wow, that's too fast, as you can see. It's crazy. Course achieved. Okay, let's save here, just in case. Save at or just Gothica. Yeah, I think what I'll do is I'll save it here and we'll come back to this on Sunday, and I'll just redo the whole thing point by point, because in the walkthrough it's exactly what I did. I didn't like orbit Earth, transporter room, do the bridge, address the crew, yes, examine the secret orders, set course to Centauri, warp 5. I did warp 1 at that point though. Then we orbited Lambda, then we opened the frequency, then they came in, we went to the visitors lounge, I said yes again, then we went to the sick bay. Actually, what happened is we went to the sick bay and yeah, nothing happened there. Then Kirk to Spock, though I didn't ask Spock to come here. Maybe that fucked up things. I asked Spock to go directly to engineering, and when I came it was like he came with me, but maybe that was a problem, so we'll do that instead, and then not long after we'll be exactly where we were. But this is a short game, it seems. It doesn't seem like we're gonna run around like 12 planets like in the other game. That's gonna be it seems. So yeah, tomorrow we're gonna continue Might and Magic 7. Yes sir. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to do a longer stream. It's gonna be a long stream tomorrow because we're finished with Fear, so at like 5-6 I'm gonna jump into Cyberpunk, and then after Cyberpunk we're gonna jump into Might and Magic 7, and we might end the stream later because when I play Might and Magic, any Might and Magic game, Might and Magic 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, I just play and play. It seems I don't see the time. I'm not tired. I just want to see what's the next. I don't know. It's extremely addictive. So that's it for tonight, guys. Thanks for watching. Ciao.
Thank you for your cooperation. Good night.
I'll buy that for $1.